As long as we are human beings, perhaps we can never understand the genuine love because God is love. As long as we cannot comprehend God totally, we cannot comprehend love either. My dear sisters, today the theme is consecrated by love to be love. As I said, we are consecrated not just to give love or to share love or to love others, but to be love itself, the personification of love. It is like this: some people do evil things, some people are evil themselves. Some people speak evil things, but some people are evil themselves. So it is one thing to love or to give love, but it's another thing to be love itself. And today's gospel, Jesus beautifully explains how this love commandment is the most basic thing. Love one another as I have loved you. Now the question is it easy to love? Is it easy to love? It is difficult to answer now. Perhaps it's easy to love, but not as Jesus has loved. We all love in our own way, but are we loving as Jesus has loved? That's a big question mark. That's why someone said, Jesus says, love one another. If it is not possible, love another one. You can keep on shifting, right? So, love one another as I have loved you. That's a question. Before we come to that, we need to understand what love is. As I said, we cannot comprehend love totally because God is love, but for our practical reasons, we need to know what this love is. Unfortunately, we all know what love is, at least to a certain extent, either because we have given love to others or we have refused to love some people. We know what love is to a certain extent, either because we have received love from others, or sometimes we have been rejected love from the others. So, in both cases, we know what love is, but we cannot define what love is. Because love is an experiential reality, and any experiential reality, for that matter, is beyond total, complete definition. We know what is faith, what is friendship, what is loyalty. So, all these things are experiential reality, and perhaps love becomes the foundation of these experiential realities because, as we know, love has various dimensions: the love between husband and wife, the love between the parents and the children, the love between the friends, and the love between the teachers and the students, the love between the superior and the community members, the love between the parish priest and the people, the love between, if at all there is, between politician and the people. So there are different dimensions of love, and everything is rooted in this love. But the question is, can we really define love? But love is the most essential need in our lives. It is as essential as our food, water, and shelter. Because any human person becomes incomplete in his or her life if he or she has not experienced this love in at least once in life. So, love makes our life complete. In fact, love can give life, love can take away life also. When someone is looking for love, to be acknowledged, to be loved, to be cared for, when that love is refused, that can kill him, kill her. On the other hand, the love, genuine love, real love, can save the person from death and can give new hopes and new meaning in his or her life. Once a friend visited He's another friend doctor in the mental asylum, and where lunatic people, patients are there. In one ward, one man was shouting, crying all the time, "Prema, prema, prema," like that. Any prema here? That's why you're laughing. Anyway, I don't want to know who it is. Prema, prema. And then the friend asked the doctor, why this fellow is shouting like this? The doctor said, what to tell you? This fellow was in love with a girl named as Prema. After 5 years, she cheated him, deserted him. So with that great sorrow, he has become mentally disturbed. So from that time onwards, he is shouting Prema, Prema. Though like that, what to do these days, girls are like that. Then he went to another ward. There, another man was shouting Prema, Prema. So this friend asked the doctor, so this man also was cheated by that girl? The doctor said, no, 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 this is the man who married that girl. So after marrying also one can become mentally disturbed. Feminists among you, you may think why only woman, man also can cheat. Okay, I want to add that footnote. Always why you only always put the jokes on woman. Okay, but there's also a point. A woman's love is more powerful perhaps than man's love. A man who is longing for love to be accepted and who has lost meaning and hopes in life, a woman can step in and give him a new life. In the same way, can remove the life by removing that love. So the point is, love is so powerful. And all the great thinkers have dealt with this concept of love. For example, Plato says love is concerned about going close to wisdom and true beauty. Where there is love, there is wisdom and true beauty. And love helps us to rise from carnal attraction to souls and finally union with the truth. So, love is equated to wisdom and union with the truth and completely beauty. And Aristotle says love is unequivocally and emphatically altruistic. Where there is love, the love has to be selfless. There is no self centered love. If it is something self centered, it cannot be love. Because love, by its very definition, should be altruistic completely. So, my dear friends, different thinkers and different religious texts speak so much about love, but still we are not able to comprehend what love is, and much less we can exercise that love. Because as long as we are humans, there will be always some sort of strings attached to the love that we are speaking about. Usually we say mother's love is the most beautiful, perfect love. It's true. May not be mother superior's love, but mother's love, our genetic mother. That mother's love is the most beautiful thing, but there also there can be some expectations attached to it. What is that? The child will grow and take care of me when I become old. Okay, that is quite natural, there is nothing wrong in that. Even that pure love, selfless, sacrificing love, also there may be strings attached. Only God's love is purely selfless and purely altruistic, purely other oriented. Unfortunately, today in the modern world, this love has been misused, abused, and it has been degraded to mere sexual or physical attraction. Love is made from the perspectives of one's own well being, so the altruistic aspect is totally missing. Now, once a boy wrote a love letter to his girlfriend. My dear darling, you are my world, you are my eyeballs, you are my heart throb, you are my breath, you are my kidney, maybe. You are everything. Without you, I cannot live. Don't say no to my love. If you say no to my love, the whole world becomes empty for me and I cannot live any longer. If we are married, we can live a long life and we can have many children. So I'm waiting for your response. Yours affectionately, he is signed. Below that, he has put, please note, he added another note. In case you don't love me, don't tear this letter and waste it. Give it to your younger sister. I love her also. Today happens. And when he says, I love your younger sister also, what he said earlier, blah, 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 blah. And today, all the serials that we see in the television, I don't know, sisters are watching the serials because we ourselves become a serial. So all the serials, two-way love, three-way love, four-way love, I don't know how many ways are there. And everywhere the love is really distorted and it is degraded. And that's what we find in the movies and the novels and so on. So the real love we are all looking for, my dear friends. But we cannot wait till we meet God to know what love is. You and I are called to experience that love with all our limitations and so on. And we, as specially consecrated people, men and women, priests and religious, we are called to be love. And to reach that level, we need to go beyond our own self centeredness, our own selfish nature, and so on. Love, where there is love, there is really laughter, joy is there. That's why Pope Francis also says a sad religious is a bad religious, a bad witness, because the very consecrated life needs to fill us with laughter and joy. And where there is love, there is optimism. As St. Paul says in the letter to Corinthians, he gives the characteristics of love. At least there are 16 characteristics. Love forgives, love does not keep the wrongdoings, and so on. So, where there is love, there is optimism. And optimism is very important in life. Once a fellow had the problem of stammering. Stammering, when we speak, we hesitate and speak. So, someone asked, "Do you always stammer like this?" He said, "No, no, only when I speak, I stammer. Why to stammer when I'm not speaking?" So that's perhaps the height of optimism. So where there is love, certainly there is optimism. And where there is love, there is vitality. There is energy. There is always moving forward, forgetting the past, vitality. And where there is love, there is empathy. Empathy to feel one with others. It is just more than sympathy. You know the difference between sympathy and empathy? Not only the spelling, but even the meaning also, right? To sympathize with somebody is one thing, to empathize with someone is another. Maybe that's a greater level, deeper level. So, at least these four qualities are there where there is love. I said laughter, optimism, vitality, and empathy. Put all the first letters together. Laughter L, optimism O, vitality V, empathy E. Makes it? Yes. At least when we follow these four characteristics in our life, we can experience what love is. And only when we experience what love is from others, from God, from nature, we can give the same love to the others. Therefore, it is in principle possible to love one another, but perhaps we need more strength, more courage to love others as Jesus has loved us. Let us think about it today.